Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Let's Talk PMA.
So today we're going to talk about being coachable and what that means. And in a section in our workbook, we do go over what it means to be coachable as an athlete. But I really think that coachability not just stands for people that are athletes, but in life in general. And so today I think we're going to talk about how being coachable and learning that as an athlete really goes into life, and learning how to take constructive criticism, learning how to ask the hard questions, learning to stand up for yourself and to go after what you want. So let's go for it.
Yeah. Coachability is really important, and I think it's a really special thing to be able to have, not even just as an athlete, but just as a person. We talked about in our live about how coachable kids, what is it? Hold on. What is it?
Uncoachable kids become unemployable adults. Let your kids get used to someone being tough on them, because that's life.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's really like special, because if you can't listen and you can't take feedback and be able to apply it, I mean, you don't always have to agree with it, but like if you can't apply it and you can't, work to get the job done, then, it's going to affect you not just in sports, but in life. You'll never be able to achieve that elite athlete or even just a elite person, honestly, if you can't be coachable. You're always going to have people who are going to be telling you what you need to be doing, how you can be improving, and you have to be able to listen, and it's hard. And I think teaching it young and being able to understand it young will always help you. Like, it's not going to hurt you in life.
And teaching them how to recognize that it's not a judgment against you. It's just a learnable moment. And a lot of times we take what people say to us as them judging you or being upset with what you've done, or just in general, not you taking it on yourself as, I'm not worthy of this task because you're telling me I'm not doing it well enough. And if we learn that really what someone else is trying to teach you is how to be better, instead of teaching or instead of scolding you for your doing something wrong, take it as, okay, I need to do something better. And what is that? And how can I take that and be like, okay, I can go do that and learn from that situation.
Yeah. I feel like we talked a lot about like the coachability in the live, and I kind of want to talk about not becoming coachable, but once you have become coachable,
Mhm.
because it's very different when you're able to listen and when you're able to um be coachable. When you're able to be coachable, it changes your life, and you have to be able to, like you were saying, you still have to be able to stick up for yourself, and you still have to be able to ask the hard questions. And it's a fine line. It's a fine line between being able to listen and not and being, what's the word I'm looking for?
Not internalize it as you're something against you.
Well, that and being passive, like just letting people, like, yeah, you learn how to listen, but that doesn't mean that you don't let people just walk all over you. Like, you have to be able to still have your own morals, have your own, what you believe in, what you want to achieve, and do things the way that is going to fit who you are. And everyone can get the same job done differently. You could be doing the exact same task. I have to do the dishes. Okay. I have to do the dishes. my task, how I'm going to do it is going to be different how you're going to do it. I might choose to do all of the utensils first. You might choose to do the hard stuff first. Um, and I think that just like goes with any kind of task, and you have to do it how it works for you. And I think that's okay. And the same thing with coachability. You have to listen and you have to be able to do new things and you have to apply it, but you have to do it in the way that's going to work for you.
Yeah. And learning to take time to really absorb it. If you are told that you need to do something better or that you need to learn from something, sometimes you do take it in internally. Something triggers you. You had this happen to you today. Something triggers you from maybe your past, or something triggers you. Somebody said something and you internalized it to be, I'm not good enough. And so sometimes you just have to take that break and talk to somebody about it and say, really what's going on. And understanding that, maybe there's a little bit more going on than just what this person has said. Right.
Yeah.
And so being coachable is for yourself as well. And understanding that, okay, I need to take a break because I'm just totally beating myself up right now because I think that they're saying something totally, probably not even what they're meaning. And so maybe I need to take a break. Maybe I need to ask more questions. Maybe I have too much going on for myself and I just need to understand what, maybe I'm just overwhelmed by all
Maybe
the
you
things.
just need to ask for help.
And maybe you just need to ask for help. And that's okay. And knowing it's okay to ask for help, because sometimes we want to prove ourselves. I can do it all. And I don't need help, or I don't need all the help. I just need a little bit of help.
Yeah.
Well, we can't, like we were talking this morning about, when we have more than one or two tasks on our plate, that's enough. But when you have 3 to 12 things on your plate, it can get overwhelming because all of a sudden your mind is thinking about all these things. And, maybe there's something that's sad for you. And then maybe there's something there's tasks, and maybe there's something that's just life in general you want to do, but you don't feel you have time. So it's a matter of stepping back and saying, okay, where's my breaking point? Right. And it's, you think, is that really coachable? But yeah, it's coachable for yourself as well. We all have to take that moment to say, what do I really want? What's my goal? And how do I not get overwhelmed and have a breakdown because I'm putting too much pressure on myself. But then you kind of think, I want to put a little bit of pressure on myself because I want to be the best I can be. So where's that
Yeah.
breaking point?
Yeah. I think coaching or being coachable for yourself is harder than being coachable for other people. Because a lot of times you do want to prove yourself. And at least for me, I'm way past the point of proving myself to other people. Like I don't need to do that, but I still feel like I need to prove to myself that I can do a lot of things. And I'm only 23 years old and I'm doing a lot of things that uh, lots of 23-year-olds wouldn't even think about doing right now. I'm basically working 3, 4 jobs right now, and all of it's very beneficial. Everything's working towards the goal, but it's a lot. And I still don't know if I can do it. Not okay, no, not that I don't know if I can do it, but I feel like I have to prove to myself that I can do it. And a lot of this stuff is me learning. I don't know everything. I don't know anything at all. And so I'm learning every single day, and you don't have to prove to yourself, like waking up every day is proving to yourself that you can do it. And showing up is proving to yourself that you can do it. But you don't have to do the extra, and not saying that you shouldn't challenge yourself, but you don't have to keep working and keep overwhelming yourself, which I love to do that. I'm a professional at overwhelming myself. I've been doing it for a long time. Um, I think I do it differently now, but
A little. I think you
I
I
think
think you break down faster now and clear it faster now than you used to. You don't internalize it as much, I think.
oh yeah, I used to hold on to stuff for months, months and months and months, and I never worked through it until I had to. Um, but I mean, I don't have breakdowns, I don't have overwhelming moments as often anymore. And I think it's okay to have that, especially when you have a lot of change going on. Um, Change is overwhelming. And I think that that is the biggest point where you need to make sure that you are listening to yourself. And um like for me right now, I'm leaving a job that I love, and I'm starting two more jobs that I'm also very excited about, and I think it's gonna be really beneficial, and I'm excited. But I'm sad. Like I'm sad about leaving my job because I love it. Like this, I love it more than I loved any job ever. And so it's really sad. And I think that's okay for me to be able to just be like embrace the sadness. Um, but it's also okay to be excited. And like the transition period is hard. And so you have to be able to give yourself that time of, I have a lot going on and I think it's okay. I'm going on vacation this weekend and I'm getting all this stuff done and making sure, because I know that this vacation is going to be so good for me, because this is my transition period. This weekend of my vacation is the transition, because as soon as I get back, I'm right into it, right into the next two jobs, right into a bunch of stuff that, the podcast and our program are going to be like pushing into. We have a lot of stuff going on and it can be overwhelming, and I think that's okay. Um, but take a transition period and listen to yourself, especially when a lot of new things are happening. You don't need to prove yourself to anybody. You don't need to prove yourself, to anybody else. Just do what you need to do, but listen to your body and listen to your mind.
Yeah. And that's so well said because a lot of times, you think, oh, if I do all these things, I'm going to look great to other people. And we want to look great. We want to look like we're mighty. I'm 23 years old and look all the things I'm doing. Well, what if you're 23 years old and do the one thing amazingly and do all the others okay? Would that be okay?
Yeah,
And so I
absolutely.
think it's a matter of saying I can do all, but I can do one thing super amazing. I can stand out above and beyond in that one thing. I can do everything else great, but this one thing I'm gonna be amazing at because that's where my passion is.
Yeah. Well, and it doesn't even matter how old you are. Like for
No.
me, yes, I'm 23 years old and I'm doing a whole bunch, and that's my like amazing. That's my amazing is how young I am with everything that I'm doing. But it applies to everybody. You could be 18, you could be and 90. It doesn't matter.
Almost 50. No.
But still, like, anywhere in between, it all applies. You just have to listen to yourself and trust that you are amazing with whatever that you are doing,
Yeah.
and coach yourself through it, and listen and ask questions and ask for help and be willing to learn. And that's all that this like open mindset. We talk a lot about like having the positive mindset, but I think honestly what it is more than even a positive mindset is an open mindset. I'm open to listening, I'm open to learning, I'm open to asking questions. I'm not closing myself out from certain things. I'm not, like, oh, that's out of the question. Like, I'm not even going to consider it, because what if the one thing that you're keeping out of the question, what if that one thing is exactly what you need to be
Mhm.
amazing?
Yeah. And what if you just enjoy it? what if what you're doing all these things, and the one thing, you just love it, you know, and you enjoy every step of the way, the learning and the growing and all of the different things that go along with whatever the task is. Like for an athlete, what if it's just building skills, and becoming better? And how exciting is that? For, you and I, we're growing our business, and it's exciting, and it's, something new all the time. So it drives us because we're excited about it. And so once it becomes a tedious task, and once it becomes not fun anymore, then something needs to change. And you need to figure out what that change is, because you're not putting all your heart and soul into it once it's not fun anymore.
Yeah. It's really hard to be coachable when you don't even like what you're doing. And I mean, honestly, why do anything in life if you don't like it? If you aren't loving it. And that also, like you could say, well, I don't like doing the dishes or I don't like doing laundry, but I still have to do that. Find the joy in it.
I sure
Like
love when my house is clean, though.
sure,
I
I
sure love
sure love
having
when my house is clean. It's
sure love having
quite
clean clothes.
irritating. It's quite irritating when my house is dirty. And it might not be fun, but it's like the end goal, like you have to work hard, but find the joy in everything that you're doing, especially in sports, especially in jobs and everything. If you're not enjoying what you're doing, you need to reevaluate. And it's hard to listen when you aren't having fun.
A lot of people say, you have a job, it's not supposed to be fun. But what if it was, like Quentin always says, and you say it too, it's like, I'm living my best life because I'm doing the thing that I love most in life. And that's my job. How cool is that? And, everyone should have that passion. You get to be a coach and love your job and do extra things on top of that. And how exciting is that?
Yeah.
Find your passion, find that job or find that task that, just drives you, and that you love, that you can say, okay, I don't quite know how to do it yet, but when I conquer it and when I get through the hard parts, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. And I'm going to love to do that every day. And it's finding that little thing, not the dread. If we focus on the dread, then that's all we see.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, and it's not about the money either. And I feel like a lot of times, especially when people are going through college and everything, what's gonna make me the most money? I'm like, well, that the thing that's gonna make you the most money might not be the thing that's gonna make you the most happy. And I think it's okay to pick the job that's gonna make you happiest. And I think honestly that's better. Bring joy to the world, because when you are working that job that you hate, which I've been there, I've done that, I've worked too many jobs where I didn't like it, I hated it there. And it's like I don't bring any joy to the world. I don't come home and I'm pissed off because I had a terrible day at something that I hate doing. Like you aren't benefiting yourself, you're not benefiting the people around you, you're not benefiting your job if you don't enjoy it. And it doesn't have to be the greatest thing in the world either. But I mean, especially if you're picking a career, you need to pick something that is going to be something that you can enjoy for 50 years. Is this something that I'm going to be able to do forever? Until I can retire kind of thing? Am I going to be able to find joy in this? And it's okay to switch too. You enjoy it and you decide, okay, I have found something else that's bringing me more joy. Okay, try something new. You did that.
But every job is a stepping stone. You're
Yeah.
going to take from every job, from the time you start working, sometimes when you're a young teen, clear until after you're out of college or just found something that you love to do that's your forever. um, each job is a stepping stone. I love going to new jobs, and because every single job I can look back at and say I gained that skill. I gained a new skill that I can take on to the next one, and it will be fun. It will be amazing. I mean, I will walk into that job because knowing what I'm doing, because I learned it from the last one,
Yeah.
and it's going to be that much better and more fun. And I'm going to provide that much more knowledge.
Yeah.
And it's fun, especially at my age, it's fun to look back and think, gosh, I have all this experience and I have so many different things that I've done. And now I can start my own business and I kind of get it. I can take from my last business that I started and learn from that and do this one, and take all the things that didn't work in the last one and make it work in this one. And it's pretty exciting.
But I mean, like, you did that though. You were a graphic designer for 20 some years.
I won't tell you that it's almost 30 now, but that's okay.
But then you decided that you needed something different. That you decided that you wanted to help people in other ways. That you found something that was bringing you more joy than what you've been doing for 20 to 30 years. And now you're a life coach. And I mean, it's different, but like, you have found something that's going to continue to make you happy for years and years to come. If you have to switch it again, then by all means, you'll get to switch it again. And I think that's okay, because you're not the same person. And it's kind of funny because my boyfriend and I were talking about this the other night, how it feels like, when we were in high school, when we were involved in our youth groups and everything, how it felt like that was a different lifetime. Like, it doesn't even feel like, I don't feel like the same person, because I'm not. Yeah, I have qualities and experiences and skills because of the past, but I'm not that same person. And when I was graduating high school, I wanted to be an athletic trainer. I'm not even close to that. I wanted to go to a university. I said I wasn't going to go to a community college. I went to a community college. I never went to a university, and it just like, it kind of just keeps going. There's so many things that I wanted then, and I'm not that person. And I've chose different ways and different things in life because of what was best for me then and what fits me now. Like, I don't think I want to be an athletic trainer. If I thought about it right now, I probably, yeah, it would be fun. Yeah, it'd be cool, but it's not what I want. Like, I've found that coaching and doing social media and the podcast and everything, these are all things that I love doing. And I never, ever thought that I would be doing a podcast ever. That was like not even on the list of maybes.
I know life takes us in crazy directions, and the same. I mean, I never thought that you and I would have a business together. I never thought that, this would ever be something that we would do or even accomplish. Think how far we've come in 8 months, 9 months. It's crazy. And it wasn't on either one of our radars, you know? And so, just go after it. Let life take you down the journey that and the path that it's supposed to, and don't fight it. Just enjoy the ride, because sometimes the ride ends quickly and that kind of sucks. So enjoy it while it's there.
Yeah.
So yeah, just coachability is not just taking criticism and direction from others, but for yourself as well. Take time to know what you want, listen and learn, and be open to learn in all aspects of life. And don't let everyone just hand it to you, because we don't learn that way. We don't grow that way. So be ready and willing to grow, because your life can be so amazing once you open yourself up to learning and doing the hard things.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe below. Go check out our Instagram, our Facebook, our TikTok, YouTube, everything. Go check everything out. Everything's at Let's Talk PMA. Check out our website, www.letstalkpma.com. go get your workbooks on there and just keep in touch with us. We want to hear what you guys have to say. We love hearing from you because that's how we grow as well, and how we build this business is with all of your experiences. So thank you all for watching, and we will see you all next week.